So good afternoon. We are here for the policy meeting on Wednesday, August 17th, 2022, 5:20, and I'm calling the meeting to order. Can we do introductions?
Yeah, Jim Baker. I'm in a home in Chilmark, Mass, and there's no one in the room with me, but there may be someone coming in and out occasionally.
Thank you, Jim.
Lauren Bastra here.
Heather Ingham here.
Tom Ambrose, Superintendent.
Christine DeRocher, Director of Curriculum and Instruction.
Thank you. Would anyone like to make a motion on the minutes from 6/1/22?
Move to approve. Second.
All right. Any discussion? No. All in favor?
Yes. I think you have to do roll call, Heather.
Yeah, yes. Yes.
Jim, yes.
Yes. Yep.
Laura,
Yes.
yes. Heather, yes. All right, so we have 5 policies to review. The first one is JJCJ, cell phone and electronic devices. Discussion.
I'm 1,000% in favor of this policy.
I'll just give a quick overview for members of the public who may watch this video. The policy essentially says that cell phones need to be put away and either shut off, silenced, or put in what we call airplane mode during instructional times. And it's no longer up to the teacher, it's just a rule. It takes it off the teachers have asked us to help us with this. When Mrs. Rooney and I met with all the staff this May, we went from group to group and almost unanimously in groups of 5 to 8 people, a couple of groups of 10, the staff from grades 6 through 12 or 5 or 7 through 12 were adamant that cell phones are a huge distraction. So they also added the Apple Watches or any electronic watch be put in airplane mode. Excuse me. And then upon further review, we realized that we should also exclude drones because drones are becoming very popular and much smaller. So we wanted to be clear that drones aren't allowed in the school, just to make it explicit. We kind of know that, but it didn't say it. So we added electronic devices that we thought could be disruptive to learning. There is a key to remember. You cannot videotape someone else, or you can't audio tape someone else. And by nature of videotape, you would usually have the audio. It's illegal to do that. So this is really saying to the kids, you can't do these things to people. Now, having said that, we did decide to start with allowing students to have access to their devices during passing times and lunches. If that continues to be a significant disruption, we will come back to the board and ask to limit it in passing times. Then, if it still is a disruption, we will limit it during lunches. We have to get control of this because it's making it so the kids can't learn. They are so focused on their cell phones, especially after the pandemic, because they got so used to just using them all the time that they aren't able to, they really aren't able to just put them down and do something else. And so the staff, this really is truly in support of our teachers. The teachers asked us to support them, and that's what we're doing now. Again, I want to be transparent with all of our teachers. Some of them don't agree with this decision, but the vast majority was very clear that this is what they want.
You know, I'd like to add something, Tom. In the literature about depression, these devices play a huge role in contributing to depression amongst young kids. So anything we can do to discourage the use, I think, students during school time is great.
It's not going to be easy. They're used to it.
Yeah.
So I just have a question. You made kind of a comment that was sort of wasn't that no matter what, there is no videotaping. So even if they are on lunch, they're still not to video.
Right. It's very important for people to understand that videotaping someone without their permission is a dangerous road to hoe.
Yeah, okay.
I have a question. So some of the students use these for music during testing or during, like quiet classroom time, would that be allowed? Or is this like a,
We'll work that out with their laptops.
okay,
We need to shut them down.
okay.
Yep.
Okay,
So the accommodation, especially for someone in an IEP with anxiety or needing support, is that we would allow them to play the music through their laptop.
okay,
So that basically the goal is to, and Heather, you bring up a great point. There are gonna be things that we haven't thought of that we're going to have to deal with.
Okay.
Right? It's impossible to problem solve all of it.
Mhm.
But the message is, if the student needs something, the school will provide it for them.
okay, all right. Any other questions, thoughts, concerns on this policy?
In favor?
Okay, would we like to make a motion for first and second read for the board meeting?
I'll move to approve that. First
I'll
and second
second.
read of this policy.
Okay, roll call vote, Jim?
Yes,
Laura?
Yes.
Heather, yes. Okay, so moved.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next policy is BEDH, public participation at board meetings.
I'll also move to approve this.
Thank you. It's an update in the law this summer. We already had public comment, so it isn't really a significant change for us.
Is this the one that Jim O was?
Jim got back to us. It's all
and he's good,
updated.
Jim's good. Okay,
Yep. Yeah, he and I worked on it at length today.
Okay. I'm sorry, you made a motion to approve, Jim?
Yeah, to approve BEDH.
For first and second read?
Sure, yes,
I'll second that.
Okay, roll call vote.
yes,
Laura?
Yes.
Heather, yes. Okay. The third policy is is that an I? Yep, IKB-R homework guidelines.
Mr. Roche will speak about that. That is the best cell phone ring in the world. If that is Mrs. Ambrose, and something must be up because she knows.
And on that note, thank you, Member Segway. So this policy is reflective of the homework guidelines for the school district. And we are suggesting several changes to reflect the directive and vote that took place last June in regards to the grading systems at the middle and high school level.
Motion to approve for first and second read.
I'll second it for the purpose of discussion.
Okay. Jim, discussion?
Yeah, I really like the part about at the elementary level. And I'm okay with the middle level, but the high school level, where it says the time students should spend on homework at the high school level is 0 to 10% of the grade in a quarter. Oh, 0 to 10% of the grade. Says the time will vary recursively depending on the type of homework assigned. I think we should put some sort of guideline in there. I think that policy needs that, just like in the middle level. Well, in the elementary level, it says a specific time of 20 minutes per day. That's elementary level. Then for middle level, it says homework will typically be of longer duration than the elementary school. High school doesn't have anything like that. It's open-ended. Now I know at the bottom, it says syllabi will clearly state requirements for homework so that parents and teachers will know what to expect. But I think, I'm not comfortable with leaving it that open-ended for the high school. This is something parents have been asking for years, really. And now we've got a policy that homework matters, and it's part of the strategic plan, but we're not assigning any time to it here.
Well, I think for me, I think it might vary depending on class. Like gym class, you might not have homework, right? So I
Sure.
think for the high school, they have to have it a little bit more open-ended to match all the different electives. Like health class might have a worksheet, or you might have to log in, whereas math, you might have a couple hours. So I think I understand why it was written like this for the high school.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, and I thought of that as well. But for the middle level, they also have gym class. They have classes where you're not going to have homework. So I just would like it written a little bit, defined a little bit better than the way it is right now. Very-
But why don't we just say that, why don't we mirror the language for the middle school and say that typically the amount of homework assigned at the high school will be greater than what's assigned at the middle school?
It does say that at the bottom.
Oh.
Homework will typically be a longer duration than the middle
Oh,
school.
I don't think
That-
Jim saw.
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
That's
There we
the,
go.
that's the very last line.
Yep, that's in there, yes.
Yep,
Oh,
that's in
that
there.
got, okay, that got cut off on my copy for some reason.
Okay, great.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Okay,
Okay.
all right. All right.
That's under,
anything-
that's under the high school level. It's the last line.
Yes,
It's right before the course description syllabi.
Okay, All right.
Yes, right before that, in that last paragraph.
it says the time
Okay.
will vary recursively depending on the type of homework assigned. Practice, preparation, and extension. Homework will typically be a longer duration than the middle school.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other discussion? Roll call vote. Jim?
Yes,
Laura?
Yes.
Heather, yes. Okay. So the next policy is ILBAA, high school graduation competencies.
move to approve.
First and second.
read.
Yes, first and second read, yep.
Thank you.
I'll second that.
Okay, discussion? No, Jim, no discussion on your end?
No, I'm all
Okay.
set.
Roll call vote. Jim?
Yes,
Laura?
Yes.
Heather, yes. And then the last one is IK, earning of credits. Any discussion?
not for me. You want to motion this one, Maura?
Motion to approve for first and second read tonight?
Okay,
Second,
any discussion?
I'm all set.
Roll call vote. Jim?
Yes,
Laura?
Yes.
Heather, yes. Okay. The next policy meeting is September 7th of 2022 at 5:20. Anything else we would like to discuss?
Did we do the public comment one?
Yes,
I'm sorry, I got zoned out. I got it.
that was when you got your phone call.
Oh, thank you. Okay,
You're welcome. Anything else?
I'm good. Oh, that's right. You asked me if I talked to Jim. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yep.
I
Good.
call this meeting, I adjourn this meeting at 5:37 PM.